Well, the Chiefs exit the field, head into their locker room victorious here tonight, and those players, I'm sure, wondering how the league's MVP is getting along and what the ramifications are for that right knee injury he suffered in the second quarter here tonight. But the story of the night, the Kansas City defense, and they were all over Joe Flacco, sacked him 8 times, 9 times. The Kansas City defense registered a sack in this ballgame. They got a defensive touchdown from Ragland on a play that was made by Hitchens. Impressive from beginning until end, and Frank Clark is standing by with Aaron Andrews.
Well, Frank, obviously so many questions heading into this game about the defense. You know, you were very vocal this week, too, saying we haven't been able to shut down an offense. What do you call that?
Just a great team effort, I feel. You know, at the end of the day, when you come out here on Thursday night football after a short week, you know, playing on Sunday, it's hard for every team. You know, the challenge was on us and the Broncos. You know, short week, 3 days to prepare. You know, we had to take that travel. You know, we had to get on that plane, come play in this elevation. And, you know, it was a challenge, you know, but our team, we held in there. You know, some early stuff going on, but, you know, we weathered the storm and came out here with a victory.
9 sacks against Joe Flacco. You had 2 of them. Why was it so easy getting to him tonight?
It's never easy. You know, it's game plan. We study. You know, go in and correct your mistakes. You know, last couple of weeks we haven't been able to get that rolling. You know, that's one thing we want to pride ourselves in this week. You know, we came in, we put a focus on that, put a focus on stopping the run. As you see, ADRs, 9 sacks later, you know, and we got the job done as a team.
Coach saying everybody needs to step up, especially now with your quarterback, and we don't know the severity of his injury. You guys came in injured and not knowing how much time he could miss. How does your team rally?
Oh, man. You know, Pat's the toughest guy on the team at the end of the day. So I'm sure Pat will be back soon, you know, at the end of the day. But our team, you know, that's how you respond. You know, we got a great backup in Matt Moore. You know, he came in there and led our team to the victory. And that's all we can ask for at the end of the day. You know, guys to be prepared. And he came in prepared and led the way.
Thanks so much for your time.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Big night for that defense. Patrick Mahomes welcoming his teammates into the locker room with a brace on that right knee. We'll hear from the Chiefs locker room and Andy Reid when we come back.
Sunday, the football fun continues as our newest teammate, Rob Gronkowski, comes by. Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Andrews share some laughs, and Carissa Thompson meets the muscle of the Vikings defense. Plus, it's another chapter of our recognition of the NFL 100. So come join the party at 11 Eastern on Fox.
Well, the Chiefs came in talking about their desire to win the time of possession battle. They won that. They dominated this ballgame with their defense. The big story of the night, not just the win by Kansas City, but with about 10 minutes left in the first half, they lost their quarterback. Patrick Mahomes was sneaking it, plowing forward on a 4th and 1, set up a 1st and goal, but it was the right knee. After all the conversation about the injured left ankle, they popped that knee, the kneecap back in place. He needed help getting up and then had, I think, a little more confidence with that knee as he walked off the field. And, well, when I threw it to break, I said, we'll hear from Andy Reid when we come back in that Chiefs locker room. No, we're going to hear from Patrick Mahomes.
Hey, take care of yourself this weekend. Enjoy yourself. Be smart. We got more to go, baby.
Hell yes.
So Chiefs on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Chiefs.
So there you have it. There's the walk away in the brace, or that little sleeve on the right leg of Patrick Mahomes. So we don't know, obviously, what the long-term ramifications are, but the short-term, Matt Moore played pretty darn well. This defense carried him, and they walk out of here 5-2.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great win for Kansas City to come here to Denver and the short week and all that. I obviously thought it was going to be a much more competitive game. I thought the Broncos would run the football a little bit better. Hats off to the Kansas City Chiefs defense, the way they got pressure then on Joe Flacco, Steve Spagnuolo. and it's hard to determine just, okay, what exactly is this defense? But, you know, like everyone else, this season for Kansas City is going to depend on the health of Patrick Mahomes, and you hope for our league's sake that he's going to be okay. But a really great win for Kansas City.
Yeah, they need a healthy Patrick Mahomes, and they need more games like this from their defense, which last year was ranked 31st in the NFL and really held them back as they came so close to getting to Super Bowl 53. Will they have enough to get to Super Bowl 54 in Miami? Coming up next, late local news on Fox and the Mercedes-Benz post-game show on NFL Network from all of us. That's it from Denver. KC wins 30-6.
Welcome to the Mercedes-Benz post-game show.
A Pyrrhic win for the Chiefs tonight here in Denver, 30-6. And the big story, obviously, is Patrick Mahomes. You just saw him go down there in the second quarter on a quarterback sneak. There he is walking off gingerly. We know that he dislocated his right kneecap. We have our own James Palmer here working on the story in the post-game locker room right now. He tweeted out that Kansas City is optimistic at this point right now. We're going to talk to Tyrann Mathieu coming up, as well as give you more details on Patrick Mahomes. We have all of that coming up straight ahead from Denver on the post-game show.
You are watching the Mercedes-Benz post-game show. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
It's either the assurance of a 165-point certification process, or it isn't. It's either testing an array of advanced safety systems, or it isn't. It's either the peace of mind of a standard unlimited mileage warranty, or it isn't. For those who never settle, it's either Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned, or it isn't. The Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned sales event, now through October 31st, only at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer.
Time for tonight's star of the game, presented by Mercedes-Benz, and it is this Chiefs defense that dominated here tonight at Mile High. 9 total sacks, 8 on Joe Flacco. They were all over him all night long. Then you had the fumble return for the touchdown as well. A huge help in the 30-6 win for the Kansas City Chiefs tonight as they move to 5-2. And we have Tyrann Mathieu here on the set. Thanks for coming by, Tyrann. Look, it's no secret that the defense, a lot of people have talked about the struggles that you guys have had over the last couple of weeks, but tonight was such a statement win. What was the message like? What did you guys work on this week? What was the focus kind of coming into this game?
Well, I think we just, put it all together tonight. We wanted to come out, really be aggressive, let our front really get to the quarterback. And then we understood that we had to tackle better. We had to play better first down defense. And that was going to allow us to get in situations where guys can go get the quarterback. Guys can, be effective when the ball is in the air. And I was just glad that our guys came out, played well on a really short week.
Tyrann, we watched as Mahomes addressed the team after the great victory. Talk to me about the emotions, the thoughts that are going on right now, knowing that your quarterback has been injured.
Yeah, I'd probably say our whole organization, it's kind of, we all got our fingers crossed right now, really hoping for the best for him. I'll tell you one thing I was proud of our team really coming together when he did go down. Didn't really hear anybody on the sideline really, complaining. And, so we all came together, and I thought Matt Moore did a good job just taking care of football. And defensively, I thought we did a good job kind of putting our offense in position to score points.
Do you guys feel that there's going to be more pressure on your defense now that he's out, and we don't know an extended period of time how long he will be out?
Yes, without a doubt. We knew coming into the season it was going to be a challenge for us defensively. New faces, new scheme, new system, a new coach. But I was kind of glad that we were able to kind of turn the page. And, these last couple weeks weren't really good for us defensively or team-wise. Just wanted to come in and get a win today.
Irv alluded to the sound in the locker room, Patrick Mahomes kind of breaking it down, but let's listen in for everyone who didn't hear that.
Take care of yourself this weekend. Enjoy yourself. Be smart. We got more to go, baby.
Hell yeah.
So Chiefs on 3. 1, 2, 3. Chiefs.
Got it. How about that defense? You ready? How about that defense? Hey, proud of you guys, man. Really proud of you, man. Doggone. All right, so listen, we got team meeting tomorrow. No, we don't.
Looks like Andy Reid was pretty fired up there. Got to be some good news. What was the mood in the locker room post-game after everything that transpired in today's game?
Yeah, I mean, we were just happy to get the win. You know, coming into a really good stadium, their fans are always into it. I mean, that team played with a lot of heart, got great tradition behind them, and we knew it was going to be a tough ball game. I was really proud of the way defensively. Obviously, they went down there and scored those 6 points, but then we shut them down after that. So you could tell we were getting better. We're starting to buy into what Spags is telling us, and like I said, it'll be fun to watch and see how we continue to progress, you know, defensively.
You talk about the progression defensively, what you guys have been doing and have not been doing. What's one of the key areas as you know, you're a veteran now, as a veteran leader that you believe you guys can fix immediately?
Well, I think first down, you know, and I think obviously the first drive of the game. I think those situations are all about pride, attitude, how you want to take the field, how you want to present yourself to the other team, and we've struggled in those areas. We've done some good things defensively, but I would probably say starting fast and really finishing strong was some of the things that we kind of lacked. And like I said, I was glad that we kind of put that first touchdown drive behind us, and you know, we just kept our foot on the gas, and we played good defense.
Tyrone, do you guys hear the rumblings, the stuff that people are saying about your defense? Do you hear about it? Do you hear it, and then what do you guys talk about it when you're in the locker room amongst yourselves?
Yeah, we hear it, obviously. You know, I think our coach do a good job of really, you know, keeping us together, along with our leadership as well. We don't really pay too much attention to outside noise. Even when we had that 2-game slide, we were still focused. We knew what kind of team we was. We lost to some really good teams, and we knew if we got our opportunity, especially defensively, to win the game. I felt like those 2 losses, we had a chance to really put our offense in position to win those games. So I was happy that defensively we came out and really put our offense in great positions.
Yeah, you guys really put it together out here tonight. A big win for you guys, a big win especially for that defense. Now the Chiefs move to 5-2, 30-6 here at Mile High. What a crowd here to watch you guys. And as you were walking up, they're chanting your name. So yes, we have the Mahomes news, and we'll wait to see how serious his injury is. But enjoy this win and enjoy your time off in your weekend.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Tyrann Mathieu joining the show here on the post-game show. And coming up tomorrow, we are counting down the top 30 characters in NFL history with the help of celebrity fans and NFL stars and legends. NFL 100 Greatest continues tomorrow, 8 Eastern, only on NFL Network.
To me, this is like a bucket list moment.
Back here in Denver as the Chiefs win 30-6, but they do lose Patrick Mahomes. They lost him in the second quarter here on a quarterback sneak. You can see him walking off the field gingerly. He dislocated his right kneecap. So we're following along with this. Andy Reid, head coach of the Kansas City Chiefs, he was just at the podium. Let's listen in.
Not too many people get hurt on a sneak, and so it's a freak thing, and you know, and it happens. So you know, I was proud of our guys stepping up, and you know, they didn't let down, which you've seen that over the years. You've seen teams that let themselves down after one of your best players or the best player gets hurt, in particular the quarterback. And I was proud that our guys just stepped up and kept battling and really everybody upped their game, I thought.
All right, let's bring in James Palmer now for more on Patrick Mahomes. And James, what else can you add to this? What else do you know about his injury?
Well, Colleen, I do know that he did dislocate his kneecap. Now, an MRI is going to show us if there's been any ligament damage, but I also do know there hasn't been a break. There's no fracture. Now, let's run through. As I was with Patrick Mahomes alongside him once he left the field, I followed him into the X-ray room. While he was in there for about 2 minutes, he was ruled out by the Chiefs, left the X-ray room, went straight back to the locker room, had the exact same demeanor on his face from when he went in until when he went out. When the rest of you guys went and watched the game, owner Clark Mark Hunt went into the locker room. Mahomes' representatives went into the locker room. His girlfriend, his father, all of them left with no really emotion any different than the one that they went into the locker room with. And after the game, I did hear there is optimism within the Chiefs that this could be something that is not as fearful as they may have assumed initially off the bat. Again, an MRI will reveal any ligament damage, but right now within the Chiefs and some of the players I spoke with, there is optimism that this is not as serious as everyone feared.
So obviously I hear in your voice there and what you're saying about the optimism in the locker room, but what was the mood in there when you went in?
You know, I've been in locker rooms. I was actually in the locker room in Kansas City when Jimmy Garoppolo tore his ACL, and it was a completely different mood than the one that was in the Kansas City Chiefs locker room. Now, I talked to a couple of guys that were on the offensive side of the ball when the injury happened, and they all said it actually looked pretty bad when he was out there, but their mood kind of changed when they saw him walk off the field without any sort of assistance. They didn't get any updates throughout the game, I'm told, and within the locker room, really guys just going about their business after a big road win. Again, a couple of players did tell me they're being told it may not be as bad as they originally feared.
Well, hopefully that is the case. That would be great news for the Chiefs. James, thank you for keeping us updated on this throughout the night. We have a couple other athletes chiming in here on Twitter. LeBron James, best of luck and health to my guy, Patrick Mahomes. This is obviously a massive story all night long. Carson Wentz, likewise, he is retweeting Deshaun Watson, who's saying, praying for my bro. I think everybody is in the football world right now. Nobody wants to see anyone go down like that. Russell Wilson, praying for you, bro. So a lot of prayers up there for Patrick Mahomes, for him to hopefully, as we find out what the story was, and what is actually the case with him once he does get that MRI, guys. But, I mean, just some final takeaways here as we kind of figure out what this offense is and how far they can go if they are without Mahomes for a little while here. Irv.
Well, for me, listen, when we came into this game, we talked a lot about this defense and how porous they were, how bad they had played over the last couple of weeks. And tonight, they hit a whole new level. Now, if you're talking about Patrick Mahomes being out for any extended period of time, they're going to have to hit another level to maintain maintain being in first place in the West until he gets back. Think about this. The defense came in with 11 sacks on the year, 0 sacks the last 2 weeks, and they got 9 sacks today. They came in giving up 180 yards rushing. Over the last 4 straight games, they held them to 71 yards. They took a big step. They'll have to take another big step if this team has to play without that dude called Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm. We heard the Honey Badger talk a bit about how this game plan wanted to be more aggressive. Steve Spagnuolo, their defensive coordinator, wanted. We have technical difficulties.
Look at that teamwork.
This is the teamwork we needed right here.
Well.
He talked about the aggressiveness that they wanted to play with this week and how they took it to heart a little bit, how they were letting their offense down. We saw a lot more blitzing. We saw more aggressiveness, and it really permeated through that entire team because even when Patrick Mahomes went down, there was no letdown. The air didn't go out of that team, which is so easy to do. And you heard Coach Reed allude to it after the game. Even after you lose your quarterback, the MVP of the NFL, everybody pulled it together, and they were able to go out and even almost play better as a defense and as a team when Patrick Mahomes left that game.
Well, we're talking about the defense and how well they need to play. They did show up and play excellent. But at the same time, Matt Moore, a former teammate of mine, great guy. He is not Patrick Mahomes. He does not have the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes. He does not put fear in the defense and the defense coordinator's mind. So I understand we always have the mantra, next man up, and this and that. But at the end of the day, a guy like Patrick Mahomes, you cannot replace him. No. You cannot find a guy sitting on the street waiting for a phone call by the Kansas City Chiefs saying, hey, our guy Patrick Mahomes went down, hey, you want to go and throw 50 touchdowns for us? That's not happening. That guy's not walking through the door, unfortunately.
Do they need to get somebody else, though?
The guy might not be anywhere in the world, not just walking through the door. He's nowhere in the world. Listen, there are 2 things I want to say, though, man. For those guys, that Patrick Mahomes, to see him walk off, guys, we've all been on the sideline.
What an emotional lift!
And watch a guy get hurt, and everybody is in the dumps. When he walked off, they talked about it. that changed everything. Now, okay, he walked off on his own.
We got a chance.
We got a chance.
All we got to do is hold it. Let's be honest. Let's be honest, though.
Yes.
The the Broncos, they're not a very good team.
No doubt.
So we're going to really find out in a couple of weeks.
Right.
Well, they got Green Bay next week.
We're going to find out next week how good this team is, because the Denver Broncos, they screwed up every which way they could.
Right.
They failed
but what I'm saying,
at every turn outside of the first drive.
It's an old adage that I always say. Hope will dictate effort.
Yes.
If you give me a lot of hope, I'll give you a lot of effort. If you give me little hope, you're going to get little effort. When they saw him walk off the field, that dictates their effort. We got hope. I don't know how many games,
I love that.
But we got hope that one day soon he will be back. And I love when we get the chance to all the guys that are tweeting in. It shows in all of sports, we're all brothers and we're all connected.
It's a fraternity.
And we don't want to see anyone get hurt.
So hope is great and all, but hope can't go out there and win you a game. So do they need to go out and get another quarterback right now?
Well, they're going to go get somebody anyway, just to back up Matt Moore. But nobody they find, like Steve said,
they're not going to go out and get another guy. What I'm trying to say is, it is a huge downfall for them, because he is,
no matter who it is,
all the players they got are the wheels, but Patrick Mahomes, he's the windshield and the engine. And it goes nowhere without Patrick Mahomes.
He makes this thing go, for sure. And if he's going to miss a significant amount of time, that defense needs to step up, and they need to be able to run the ball better.
A little bit more efficient running the football tonight. Shady McCoy had a pretty good night, and they're going to have to lean on that going forward.
You ever been on a family trip with no windshield? Try to take those bugs in the face.
I haven't. I have not.
Got to put the goggles on.
Hey, guys,
Matt
every
Moore's
week
the goggles.
after the game, we shout out an artist, and this week it's Upsall with her hit single, Smile for the Camera. She's currently on tour, so check that out. Really good stuff from her. And don't miss Total Access. That's coming up next. Our crew will have complete post-game coverage and the latest on Patrick Mahomes, plus Jalen Ramsey versus Julio. How will the Rams use their new shutdown corner on Sunday? We will see you in Minnesota next week, everybody. Good night.
Thank you for watching the Mercedes-Benz post-game show. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
It's not pretty good or nothing. It's not acceptable or nothing. And it's definitely not close enough or nothing. Mercedes-Benz SUVs were engineered with only one mission in mind: to be the best. In the category, in the industry, in the world. Lease the GLA 250 SUV for just $329 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.